Hello guys, I have been focusing too much on Pokemon Let's Go. There's another franchise that has been hurting as well, Battlefield. How is Battlefield hurting? Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is basically one of those games that everybody hates, like Pokemon Let's Go. You can't just go around trashing the fanbase and destroying fanbase expectations. But unlike Nintendo, EA will attack the fans for not wanting the game. Nintendo still expects the few Pokemon fans to still buy the games. Battlefield 5, like Pokemon Let's Go, has failing pre-orders. Even worse, because Pokemon Let's Go is still among the best-selling Switch games, even though it doesn't deserve it. But Battlefield 5 is not even the top 100 PS4 games and the top 100 Xbox One games. And that is pretty much like that. Battlefield 5 is, and also because I want to talk about Battlefield 5, my review for the Brain movie also got delayed. But Battlefield 5, there has been multiple things that have happened over the last month. First thing is White Man in DLC out-censored words. Yes, DLC and Nazis and White Mans are all censored words. Because Battlefield 5 really wants to police what you can say and say on the online chat. It's not as bad as Roblox per se. Well, you can't even swear in Roblox because they made the game so kidified. But you could say the F word. You could say any word, but you can't say white man. Really? And you know why they censored white man? It's because people will be asking the question, well, all the white men, and they won't answer because the Battlefield developers want to make so only women can play Battlefield because it's women's field. This is how low the Battlefield developers have gotten. And then we have the next part. Battlefield 5's pre-orders. Battlefield 5 pre-orders, explained, is even worse than Pokemon Let's Go with Pikachu and Eevee, which are basically disgraces to Pokemon as a whole. And the fact that these games are having this game is having worse pre-orders in those games, which Pokemon Let's Go is having worse pre-orders than Pokemon Sun and Moon, which Pokemon Sun and Moon was at 100,000k, and Pokemon Let's Go likely sell around Ultra Sun and Moon, which I hope it sells worse. But Battlefield 5, the trailer is just awful. Battlefield 5 will not benefit from a 2019 release date. The game is Battlefield fans will not want to buy this game. They don't want to buy this game. They just do not. Okay, Battlefield 5. Most of the Battlefield fans are men, not women. You're basically alienating your fan base, so people can't buy it, including me. With Battlefield, I liked Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 1. But I'd rather buy Battlefield 1 for less than $6 than waste $60 on Battlefield 5 for obvious reasons. Battlefield 5 also has more problems or something. The game at least isn't gritty and buggy. And the next one is EA stock is plummeting ahead of Battlefield 5's release. Yes, Battlefield 5 is the reason why EA stock has been plummeting. And that's because no one wants Battlefield 5. People say it's because of the crowded holiday season, though. If Battlefield was such a good game, it'll be having good pre-orders like all the rest of the holiday games, even more than some of the niche titles. Battlefield is a big franchise, but just like Star Wars: The Last Jedi, it's gonna disappoint in sales, and no one wants it. And just like Solo, and just like many other movies that and games that flopped before us, by alienating the fan base of Battlefield and other franchises, you make so people can't buy a game because you're basically creating an audience that isn't there. Women do not buy FPS games unless it's Fortnite. Okay? Women and Fortnite's a third-person shooter game, not a first-person shooter. No one wants Battlefield 5 because it's not, and then the worst part, it's not even historically accurate. I would rather pay $20 for Call of Duty World War II or Battlefield 1942 than pay a single dime for Battlefield 5. And then there's the Angry Zoso, who was the only guy who's defending Battlefield 5. And of course everybody hates him for that now. I used to like the Angry Zoso, but now he does a stupid sale for the Battlefield 5 dumb awfulness of EA, which EA is easily the worst company in the entire world. You thought Disney was bad. Disney and EA are quite possibly might be the same company. Disney and EA ruin franchises that people used to love, i.e. Star Wars and Battlefield and Mass Effect and every other franchise they own, and turn it into a social justice warrior crap hole, or just make it just awful, i.e. Star Wars and Battlefield and of course Mass Effect. You turn franchises that people much loved into now franchises that everybody hates, i.e. the same above. Same franchises stated above. And basically, this is just the way it's gonna be. Battlefield 5. And I'm not getting FIFA 19. And I stopped reviewing games for no reason. But just saying, FIFA 19 is the same garbage as every other FIFA game. And every time I mention FIFA, I just don't want to. If you mention FIFA, it's just basically the same garbage as the last games. And I just don't want to buy FIFA. I don't understand why people would want to buy FIFA. And also, FIFA 19 is 25% down from FIFA 18. Finally, people are starting to wake up and realize that EA's games are just completely garbage. And there's nothing good about EA. Hopefully EA will learn the lesson for once and stop messing with the franchises. I hope for the same for Disney, but Disney's even worse. Disney has the fandom, which I'll go over someday later, which I got over several times and people still dislike my video for saying the freaking truth about Disney. Disney is a monopoly that wants to buy out every single company until they have a monopoly over entertainment. Oh yeah, and also Disney's starting to ruin Marvel. Just telling you, Disney's now ruining Marvel. And before Battlefield 5 was announced to be this pro-woman, pro-feminist, pro-SAW, I was actually excited. Oh, this is not Battlefield. I want to buy it. Hopefully it's a better alternative to that Battle Royale Call of Duty, which I don't want to buy Battle Royale. No, it's Women's Field. That's not World War II. If it was set in the 2100s, yeah, so you can have women on your cover. But the setting is World War II, stupid EA. It's talking to EA. It's like talking to your old grandma or Nintendo. Or it's like talking about EA about making good games. It's like talking about Nintendo about having good online, or your grandma about smartphones. It'll never go out well, and it'll always end up being the same old, same old. The only way you can respond to EA is by money. Money. That's all you can do to beat EA. That's all you can do to beat Disney and every other monopoly that has been threatening companies and stuff. Like, what about I remember the old Marvel movies, like Blade. Blade is a way better black superhero movie than Black Panther. Oh yeah, the stupid idiots forgot this movie even existed. That's the sad thing. Because they gave Black Panther 97, but that's a topic for another day. Battlefield 5 is a topic today. Battlefield 5 is just basically a big failure. EA is gonna sooner or later accept it. And I bet Anthem's gonna flop as well. I can't wait for that to flop. People to be all excited for it. And then for it to just flop because we all know who EA is. They just only know how to make is bad games. I remember Battlefield 1. Everybody was excited for Battlefield 1. But then Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5, they had to delay the game because the game was not selling enough. Like Spyro, they delayed that because they wanted to make the game basically authentic and like the original games. Battlefield 5, It was because no one was buying it. And still no one's buying Battlefield 5. People are still, like, if you compare Battlefield 5 to Pokemon Let's Go, for every copy of Pokemon Battlefield 5, 40 copies of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu outsold. That's how bad Battlefield 5 is selling. Battlefield 5 is being outsold on the Xbox One by Kingdom Hearts 3, a Japanese game. And Japanese games don't sell well on the Xbox either. It just proves that no one wants Battlefield 5. And no matter how much EA tries to force this garbage down our throats, no one's gonna buy this. Only the stupid dummies who said, oh, this looks good, this looks cool. The same people who will buy anything no matter what garbage they throw out, kind of like the Disney fans. And they're the only people who will buy it, because no one wants Battlefield 5. Next, we're going to have Battlefield 6, complete with transgenders, and it's set in World War I. And it's about gay people and transgenders fighting feminists and females who want women's supremacy. That's basically going to be SAW Wars, the game. That's how Battlefield 5 feels like. It doesn't feel like World War II. People haven't complained that if women are playing in World War II and the multiplayer, but that's the freaking multiplayer. This is the freaking campaign here we're talking about. The campaign is about women, not about men. World War II was about men, not women. And hopefully we can respond with our money and make EA and DICE and the idiots who make EA games regret the decision of making Battlefield 5. But I have one more piece of news here. Half of the Battlefield 5 staff have been moved on to an older game, Battlefront 2. Yes, the game that everybody dreads the most has more people working on the game's development DLC for Battlefront 2 than Battlefield 5. That's what's a lesson to EA as a whole.